Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another DC review, and in this DC review I'll be covering Action Comics, Doomsday Special and Dawn of DC, Superboy Man of Tomorrow. So I'll get things organised for the first one that I'll be reviewing. And the first one I'll be beginning with is the Doomsday Special, Issue 1. And first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give a 7.5 out of 10. For this story, I will be rating it as one story, even though it has a second story in it. So I'll be rating it together as one story. Now it's time to move into the internal arts, which we'll have a look around the beginning, middle and of course the end. The story begins off with Kara and Clark Kent speaking about the events that took place in relation to Doomsday, sort of like playing a part in killing Superman. And later on we get a bit of a visit from Martian Manhunter, who is seeking the help of Kara or Supergirl. We of course learn of the events that are taking place in DC's Hell. We get to see a bit of a fight take place, and I'd have to ask one question: where is Etrigan? We move towards Hell's door being blocked off by the souls, and of course Doomsday losing his power. Moving into the next story, to which we're introduced to the new character known as Bloodwing. And as you can see here, becomes like the Superman version in Hell to take out the villains. And last but not least, towards the end, I must admit, I quite enjoyed this story. Quite enjoyed the art in this story, in both particular stories, the main one as well as the backup, to which I give the art a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the story rating, to which, first things first, did we get anything comic book reference-wise? Sure enough we did. To Lazarus Planet, which was mentioned a couple of times within the stories. And of course, Dark Crisis also makes an appearance within in the references. Next is the area of time, to which we get no indication of the time. Location, we of course Hell and Metropolis. The cast of characters consisting of Doomsday, Clark Kent, Superman, Kara, Supergirl, Crypto, Ophel and Osul Ra. We also had Martian Manhunter, First of the Fallen, who is basically their character of Lucifer. And last but not least, the character of Bloodwind. For the overall story rating in this, I give a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into Superboy Man of Tomorrow. So now it's time to move into Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow. And moving into first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which we get to see the character do a bit of a, I guess, death to self, and death to putting self first, and start to putting others first, and I think that's really good in the story, to which I give the cover a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the internal art, to which we'll have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise. So as the story begins, we have Connor Kent meeting up with, I guess, some Superboy fans, and he gets to talk to them and begin to make his way out to take on the big villain. We finally get to catch up with the character of Trav, and there's some situation that takes place. And last but not least, towards the end, to which he now has to go up against a clone. For the overall art rating in this, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the story rating. So first things first, did we get any indication of when this is taking place time-wise? No, we don't. Next is the locations, to which we have Planet Celerum, Planet Decidia. We also got to see the Fortress of Solitude. We also get to see one of the spacecraft, or a spacecraft in this. The cast of characters consisting of the Cosmeteers, Connor Kent, Superboy. We get the name of someone called Little Infinity, who is connected to the Dominators. We get to see Calyx, and last but not least, Trav. For the overall story rating in this, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.